and that's very expensive. I think I could go down to southern New Zealand, and then is that right? And we have North Pole and South Pole. Antarctica's in the south. Yeah, so I would go down to New Zealand, and I could take a boat across. You have a bunch of enclaves and protectorates and stuff down there, and it'd be quite fun because there's a lot of research type things. I enjoy research, so I enjoy how people do research. To go to Antarctica would be about research, scientific method.
Do you like learning about all the different cultures of the areas you go to?
Do I say it again? Do I enjoy them?
Yeah. Do you like learning about the cultures that you go to?
Well, I enjoy all cultures, but some I enjoy more than others. Generally, there's different factors in culture. Like, if I'm in a Christian religion culture, like in South America, Central America, it's a little simpler than when I'm in Niger, Africa, and it's Islamic. There's different levels of approachability according to religions and ethnic groups. Contrary to, the United States is a very open, non-racial country, while the rest of the world is quite racial. So even here in Guatemala, I can be friends with an indigenous person, a Mayan person, but you can't, it'd be very difficult to marry one. I mean, to have a girlfriend or something like that. So there's all these boundaries that are sort of enforced culturally. So the more I enjoy a culture is the more I'm accepted into the culture. I'm probably the least accepted is in the Middle East, and the most accepted is in maybe Thailand and Europe. Europe's not even it's not even a different culture to me. It's the same culture as my own.
What time is it where you are right now?
8:57 in the morning.
In the morning?
Yeah, so I think you're 2 hours ahead, right? You're 10:57 or something like that? Yeah.
Did you ever make really good friends in any of the countries that you visit?
Oh yes, I have friends in. I have friends. I don't know. I have hundreds of different friends. I think people naturally try to become friends faster when you're a foreigner and you're entering a country. So I have friends in Uganda. This guy Bruno's been writing me all the time about his guerrillas in Uganda, and I got my friend Herman Escobar in Colombia. I got the one family in this hostel in Peru. In Thailand, I got my friend Kai. In the Philippines, I got all these expats that are ex-soldiers. I have friends in every country. I mean, in Europe, I've got a lot of the friends I meet here are from Europe. Then they go back to Europe. So, in a way, I can go visit them. And I have, I call a country the better the country, the more emails I exchange.
Have you ever traveled with a friend or something?
I couldn't hear you.
Have you ever traveled with a friend?
With a friend? Yes, I've traveled with Pascal from Belgium. We traveled on the Amazon River together. And in Ecuador and Peru, I think a little. I traveled with a German girl while in Belize and in Guatemala about 10 years ago. I traveled with an Argentina girl when I was, she was from Rio Gallegos, Argentina in the south, in the Patagonia, and we met in, she flew and met me in Brazil, and we traveled for 2 months, and I traveled with Thailand and the Philippines with this Thai girl.
Been to Madagascar?
No, but right now there's a thing happening on my website where, and I'd appreciate if you would all go there and do this. It's possible to vote and send me to a country, and I think Madagascar is winning. So the next country I may go to would be Madagascar if Madagascar wins the vote. On any blog post, there's a big thing that says vote, and you can log in, vote for which country you would want me to go to. So if all of you would do this, I'd really appreciate it. And Madagascar is pretty exciting. I think it speaks French, and it has a little less of the East African English colony side. It's a little more of the French colony. And so I think it'd be a good country. Plus, they made a movie about it, right?
Is it hard to adjust between each different time zones?
I didn't hear you.
Is it hard to adjust to each different time zone you're in?
Well, not if it's a couple hours, but if you fly to Thailand, yeah, it takes about, maybe 1 week before you stop sleeping during the middle of the day and things like that. It's according to, how you live. And I mean, if you're, interestingly enough, if you go on vacation to Thailand, some people spend all night partying, and they never even realize that there's a different time zone because they're awake all night when normally they would be sleeping back at home. So it's according to how to do business like President Bush does. President Obama. When the president goes over to another country and he's talking, he's in the wrong time zone, and this could be really difficult to concentrate because when you're very, very tired, it shows on your face and your mind and your thinking. So,
what were some of the weirdest foods you've ate at the countries you've been to?
Well, for me, I'm not very brave. I mean, if there's one thing, I'll go to Iraq. I'd go to Somalia or something like that. But to eat food is scary for me. But I think grasshoppers. They were selling in Cambodia. They were selling big spiders, like tarantula spiders. I think they put them in chocolate. They have different vegetables that are always vegetables and fruits that are always strange.
You didn't eat the chocolate spider, did you?
I didn't. It was really quite funny. Me and this Israeli boy were getting chased around in the market by this little girl with this spider on her shoulder. She was like trying to throw it on us. It was pretty funny. She was enjoying it because I really don't like spiders, and she kept trying to. Then you could buy a live spider, then they would, I think, fry it or something like that. And they were big. I mean, they were big as my face in a way.
Is that the spider you put in the chocolate?
Excuse me?
Is that the spider you put in the chocolate?
Yeah, they were, doing all sorts of preparation for it. Generally on the planet, anything that moves, people eat. Okay. If you want to know why the animals are gone in Africa, it's because they ate them.
Oh, we're animals?
They eat monkeys. They eat everything. Anything that moves.
Are there endangered animals in there?
Are there